Alright, here's the scoop on the PS5 Pro. We're getting closer to seeing it in action, and I've got to say, this one's got some buzz. So, it looks like we might finally have our first glimpse of the PS5 Pro's design, thanks to a known leaker, Bill Kuhn. I hope I've pronounced it correctly. The design is said to be pretty similar to the original PS5 and the PS5 Slim, but with some tweaks that make it stand out. Here's the rundown. The PS5 Pro will be white, like the existing models, but it'll have these 3 sleek black stripes running across the middle. Think of it as the PS5's more stylish cousin, sporting a few extra details to make it look a bit more premium. There are also a couple of USB-C ports on the front, and a power button, keeping things streamlined and functional. One interesting point though, Bill Kuhn, the leaker, mentioned that they have access to an image of the PS5 Pro's final packaging, but can't share it because of copyright issues. Instead, they did a sketch to give us an idea. And while I'm all for giving credit where it's due, even the best leakers can sometimes be off. So we should keep a healthy dose of skepticism until Sony officially confirms it. But hey, this person has been right before, so there's definitely reason to get a bit excited. Another nugget from the report, the PS5 Pro might not have a disk drive, but that part isn't confirmed yet. And yeah, it'll come with the standard DualSense controller, so no surprises there. The rumor mill also suggests that the announcement could happen as soon as early September 2024, maybe even during a PlayStation State of Play event, around the end of that month. As for when you can actually get your hands on one, the release is still aimed for mid-November. So, to all the naysayers who've been rolling their eyes at the PS5 Pro rumors, here's your moment of reckoning. It looks like Sony's really gearing up for something big here, and all those whispers about the PS5 Pro being an 8K monster might just turn out to be true. Personally, I'm feeling pretty satisfied right now. By the way, I'm joking about the 8K part. All the doubters who said this console would never see the light of day might have to eat their words soon enough. Just keep your eyes peeled for that official announcement. And on the side note, if you're a PS Plus member, don't forget to grab Harry Potter, Quidditch Champions, and a couple more games this September. Plus, a little something for LEGO fans. LEGO Horizon Adventures is coming in November. Looks like an exciting few months ahead for PlayStation players. It looks like the PS5 Pro could be packing a serious upgrade in the storage department. The rumor mill suggests that the PS5 Pro might come with nearly 200% more storage than the standard PS5. If this is true, we could see a jump from the original PS5's 825 gigs up to a whopping 2 terabytes for the Pro model. To give you some context, the current PS5 only has around 667 gigs of usable space after accounting for the system software. That space fills up fast, especially for gamers who like to have several large games installed at once. The PS5 Slim bumped this up to 1 terabyte, providing around 840 gigs of usable storage. But if the PS5 Pro comes with 2 terabytes, that's a huge amount of space. It means less time spent juggling which games to delete, and more time actually playing. Now, the scoop comes from Moore's Law is Dead, an industry insider who claims to have seen a PS5 Pro development kit with a 2 terabyte SSD. But here's the thing, development kits often have more powerful hardware than what makes it into the final retail versions. For example, there was a rumor of a standard PS5 dev kit having 2.5 terabytes of storage, but the final versions were far less. So we can't be sure until Sony makes an official announcement. On top of this, there's talk that the PS5 Pro will use the same power connector as the current PS5, which could mean similar power usage. If that's true, the Pro might run just as cool and quiet as the regular PS5, even with its enhanced specs. So when will we get the full details? Word on the street is that we might see a reveal as early as the Tokyo Game Show 2024 or during a rumored PlayStation State of Play at the end of September 20th, 24. Either way, it looks like we won't be left guessing for much longer. If these rumors turn out to be true, the PS5 Pro could become the console of choice for anyone looking to future-proof their setup with more storage and better performance. And for all those doubters who thought the PS5 Pro wouldn't bring much to the table, this could be the answer we've been waiting for. Sony has been making some interesting moves lately. On one hand, they've got exciting new tech like PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, and enhanced ray tracing for the PS5 Pro, which could significantly elevate gaming visuals and performance. But on the other hand, there's a worrying trend with prices. The base PS5 just got more expensive in Japan, and there aren't any big discounts in the US. Last year, before the PS5 Slim launched, the fat PS5 saw some hefty discounts. I covered that daily. But now prices are going up, and in the best case scenario, the base PS5 price might just stay the same. So, the PS5 Pro, I'm not expecting it to be cheap. A starting price around $650 to $750 seems likely, with $700 being a strong possibility. On the topic of Conrad flop, it's not as bad as you think. Hear me out. Sony's approach seems to be shifting. They just wanted to get rid of the older model, to be honest. Kind of like how they ditched Jim Ryan's vision for live service games. The game was finished, so they said, fudge it, put it out, and let's see if it lands. Just like they did with Helldivers 2, which ended up breaking. Despite some hits and flops, Sony's doing great overall. They're even putting out Xbox games. Dare I say it, the PS5 is the best mid-range gaming PC out there. But from a business standpoint, I can see Sony possibly marketing the PS5 Pro as a premium product for enthusiasts, while keeping the base PS5 attractive for everyone else. Given my background in sales and marketing, this makes perfect sense. I might see things differently than other YouTubers who lack that business experience, but Sony's recent confidence and strategy have me both excited and cautious. The biggest mistake of all seems to be the price point. With so many similar games available for free, asking players to pay $40 for Concord didn't appeal to most PS5 and PC owners. It's not entirely impossible for the game to have a turnaround, but the current trajectory suggests Concord could quickly land on PlayStation Plus to boost the player base, eventually going free-to-play like other live service titles. Yet Concord appears to be a rare miss in what's been a surprisingly strong year for PlayStation overall. Sony has had some big hits. Helldivers 2 is the second best-selling game in the US this year, just behind College Football 25. It's also Sony's fastest-selling game ever, with over 12 million copies sold in the first 12 weeks, largely due to a successful dual release on PS5 and PC. Stellar Blade, another third-party Sony-published game, also performed well, selling over 1 million units in 2 months. Sony's strategy of bringing major exclusives to PC after their PlayStation launch continues to pay off. Older games like Horizon, Forbidden West, and Ghost of Tsushima have done well on Steam, with Ghost of Tsushima even topping the US sales charts shortly after its PC release. And there are more ports on the way this year, including God of War Ragnarok and a remake of Until Dawn. Upcoming releases: Sony is set to release a few more first-party games, like Astro Bot on September 6th, and LEGO Horizon Adventures for PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Meanwhile, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is already out on PS5, with a PC announcement possibly coming soon. On the hardware front, PS5 sales are slightly down compared to last year, but the console still outsells Xbox Series by more than 5-1 according to analysts. Meanwhile, the PlayStation Portal, initially seen as a niche product, has become the best-selling game accessory of the year by dollar amount, and rumors suggest Sony may be considering a new handheld device. Even the PS VR 2, which struggled initially, saw a 2,050% spike in sales after a price drop and the release of a PC-compatible dongle, suggesting a potential revival. Looking ahead to 2024, the highly rumored PS5 Pro could shake things up even more. Leaks suggest it will feature better ray tracing performance, higher speeds, and PSSR. If true, it could look like a much more attractive option compared to Microsoft's latest Xbox variants. Sony's momentum in 2023 shows a mix of strategic experimentation and strong sales, but the price points, both for games like Concord and possibly the PS5 Pro, remain a potential misstep. With the base PS5 getting pricier in Japan, and no big discounts in sight in the US, there's reason to be concerned about the PS5 Pro's price, which could range from $650 to $750. Nothing is official yet, but considering Sony's recent moves and confidence, it's unlikely to be cheap. Wow, check out these videos.